Hello, my name's Gary C, and today I'll be taking you through the second half of my Funko Pop collection. The first half is in a video in the description below. I say second half because when I did the first video, that was my Funko Pop collection. But this past year, I've treated myself. Gary C! Let's start things off with my box sets and big pops. So this is Ursula. I'm a big fan of Ursula, can you tell? And my friend Rachel got me this for my birthday, and I think it's great. I'll always keep, like most of them, all of them, I'll keep them in the box, but this is the most likely to come out of the box and be displayed when I have better shelving and stuff. But I'll sort all that out another day. For now, it's just enough to show you them. The Walt Disney Archives Mickey Mouse collection. I saw this online and I had to get it, and I ordered it from Australia because it's sold out everywhere. And when it finally came and I opened it, I just couldn't believe how amazing it is. And they're all connected, it's like they're drawing on each other. This is huge. This is Peppermint Lane, which is Funko's own brand. This is part of the second wave of characters and houses. I'll show you the two new characters as well in a second. This is Harriet Camber, her house. I have all the houses and characters now. Did this come from abroad? Yes, it did. It took 2 months, as did the other two characters. It come from Australia as well, so I had to wait a long time. It came after Christmas, which wasn't ideal, but I'm really pleased I have it and I have the whole collection. So that's that one. And then you've got the two characters, Tusky Ledger and Harry Chitwood, which we're debating in our house what Harry Chitwood is. My nephew seems to think he's a mouse. I don't know what he is. What do you think he is? Leave a comment down below. I have no idea what he is. This is definitely like a little walrus. But that's the Peppermint Lane Christmas collection from Funko. I am so happy I have them all. My favourite film is Hocus Pocus, and I have another Hocus Pocus set of the Three Witches. This is them on their brooms. Funnily enough, this came from Australia as well. When it comes to like the ones that are quite hard to get hold of, I have to order them from Pop Culture in Australia. But yeah, this took a while to come. And I also got this year the Billy Butcherson. So I have a set of all the characters, but I do have another triple set of the witches in their standard sort of guise. This is just them on their brooms. You can't really see in the packaging, but if I get them out of the packaging, I'm just going to be boxes everywhere, so I'm just trying to get through them as quick as I can for you. Snap, Crackle and Pop from Kellogg's Rice Krispies, which was my favourite cereal growing up, and I had it way into adulthood. I think it was until I was like 30 something that I had it every day, warmed milk and with sugar on top. Judge away if you like, but I love Snap, Crackle and Pop, and I got this one from my mum and dad for Christmas. Speaking of childhood, I have two from the Retro Toys collection, which are Cavity Sam from Operation. I loved Operation, that is so cute. And I also have Glowworm. I remember putting Glowworm in, like holding him up to the light and then putting him in the air and coming and seeing his little face glow. So that's cool that they have that. There is also a Mr. Potato Head, there's Stretch Armstrong, and there's quite a few like minis as well. But these were the two that I wanted because I had these. I do think I had a Stretch Armstrong, but I don't really remember. Who can say? Another board game. Monopoly. This is one of my favourite figures. Mr. Monopoly is so cool. This is a great figure. And another game, Mortal Kombat, a video game. I grew up loving Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 and Street Fighter. I'm kind of hoping that I eventually get hold of a Ryu, but all the ones I've seen are quite expensive. So it would be just cool to have. It's trying to focus on my face. Stop focusing on my face. Focus on the pop. Hello. So I've got those two, but also little throwbacks are Where's Waldo? In the UK we call him Where's Wally, and he comes with Woof the little dog. That's a really cool one. And the MTV Moon Man. Now on the packaging it says Moon Person, but back in the day he was called the Moon Man, and when someone like Britney Spears or whoever won an award, they'd be like, I got a Moon Man. So yeah, this is the MTV Award. It's a tribute to their award shows. I loved award shows growing up. I just loved the MTV Video Music Awards, the Grammys, the World Music Awards, BAFTAs, Oscars, like I watched it all, so it's quite nice just to have a little one of them. I'd love a little Oscar as well, that would be great, or a Grammy, and have like an awards section. That would be brilliant. Funko, if you're watching, time for some more icons, and this time it's ad icons. Slush Puppy. Don't need to say any more than that. I love this figure. I love Slush Puppies. For my birthday this year, my brother and his wife got me a Slush Puppy maker thing, and it tastes exactly like it. So this is really, really cool. I was so excited when I finally got hold of this. He is brilliant. And in that same vein, I've got the Coca-Cola Bear. I went looking for this in Disney World March last year, when Adam and I, my friend Adam and I, were away. And I couldn't find him anywhere. They only had the 10-inch one, and then they brought him back out. They restocked him, so I finally got this one. This is one of the ones I've been really hoping for, like one of my little holy grails. So I have both now, the Slush Puppy and the Coca-Cola Bear. 2 more ad icons coming up, and I know I've already said this, but I love these. The McDonald's, Ronald McDonald and Hamburglar. I had one of my birthdays as a kid in McDonald's, and this is just a throwback to that. I also love McDonald's. It's probably my favourite takeaway. There's something very nostalgic about the smell and the taste, and I know, I know it's not for everyone, but I like it, and I just wanted these 2 because these are the 2 that I really remember. I do remember on the back it says Grimace and the Fry Guys and Officer Mac. I do remember the other characters, but these are the 2 that really stood out for me back then, and it's all about the nostalgia. This is Barkingham from the Around the World Pop Collection, and each single pop represents a country, and they all come with pins, and there's the little pin there, very, very cute. And I had to pick this one up because obviously I'm from the UK. 2 more little iconic characters left. First up we have Oscar from Smith's Toys. He was released last year to support the Great Ormond Street Hospital, and there's another 2 charities as well, Children's Health Foundation Crumlin and the Children's Health Foundation Temple Street. So he was like a charity one, and I got sent him by Funko. I also bought one for my nephew for Christmas because he saw my Oscar and really, really wanted him. He is so cute, and the fact that he's for a special cause was just an added little bonus. But I like the fact, people said when I posted a picture of him that he looks like me. It's like I've got my own Funko. I do have my own Funko that the wonderful Katie Crafts made me. He's down there, over there. But yeah, he does kind of look a bit like me, I suppose. And Freddie Funko, who is my first Freddie Funko, the mascot of Funko themselves, and he's holding a Funko Europe little plaque to say €1funkoeurope.com. And I have always wanted a Freddie Funko. I've looked at them. Some of them are very, very expensive. In fact, they're some of the most expensive pops that you can buy on eBay and things like that. So I'm really pleased that I've got a Freddie Funko. He's really cute. I love his little crown, and I would like more Freddie Funkos, but I don't want to get too into the Freddie Funko thing because it will just get out of hand and I'll just want them all, and I know what I'm like. Moving on with more nostalgia, Sonic the Hedgehog. I was going to put him with Raiden because he represents my video game days back when I was a kid and a teenager. But he did have a TV show, and this next section is TV characters like from my early days. So I've put Sonic in with the rest of them. This is really great. Here we go. Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Mr. Bean from Mr. Bean. I found him hilarious as a kid. Papa Smurf from the Smurfs. Bugs Bunny dressed as Superman. Scooby-Doo. Loved Scooby-Doo. My nan had a dog called Scooby-Doo as well, so I love Scooby-Doo. Angelica from Rugrats. I used to watch it every single day. I can't tell you how many episodes of that I've watched as a kid. And Angelica has her doll, Cynthia. If you can see, she's in there. She's in there somewhere. Poor Cynthia. She went through the gigs. Thunder, thunder, Thundercats, ho! My brother and I loved Thundercats. This is Tigra. And my favourite was Chitara. I don't know why, but I just loved like how fast she could run and stuff like that. I think my brother's favourite was Lino. But the original characters are very expensive, and this is a special sort of re-release, which is why I could pick it up. Really, really cool. Another load of characters coming from around the same sort of era is the Gummy Bears, so I can't wait to get them. Optimus Prime from Transformers, and the Piece de Resistance, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I have He-Man, I have She-Ra, brilliant. And I have Skeletor. And up there on the wall, in my special little things, I have Orko, the little wizard. He-Man was my show as a kid. I had the figures, I was obsessed with it. It's funny how He-Man, like when I look back, I think, why was I so into this? It had like a weird like thing at the end where it taught kids a lesson. And I find that so strange. Like, would kids today appreciate that? But there's loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of Masters of the Universe figures you can get in Funkos because they know it's an incredibly nostalgic thing for early or late millennials. Early millennials. I'm on the very cusp of millennial at the very beginning, so they know it's Funko know it is very, very popular. So there are loads of these, loads of different ones, flocked and limited editions and all things like that. But I have He-Man, I have She-Ra, because I loved She-Ra as well. I was really into it. And Skeletor too. I'm just so overwhelmed just holding them. It just reminds me so much of how much I loved it. But that's why I collect Funko Pops. That's why it's become such a thing for me. It's like a connection to the past, and my memory isn't the best, so it's great to see these characters and like have a little memento to look at. Television and film. I don't want to keep you much longer, so I'm going to try and get through all these. I've still got a load more to do. I've still got Disney, I've still got superheroes, so let's keep it going. First up, Will and Grace, Karen Walker. Brilliant character, absolutely love her. Jessica Fletcher from Murder, She Wrote. I grew up watching this at my nan's house when we stayed there, and I just love Angela Lansbury, so it's great that I've got a figure of her. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I've seen them all, loved it. If you've not seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer, definitely check it out. Jinx Monsoon from RuPaul's Drag Race. Love Jinx. The season that Jinx Monsoon won Drag Race was one of my favourites. I've met Jinx. She was very, very lovely and very chatty and just had so much charisma. I have seen a lot of RuPaul's Drag Race. I have seen all 13 series up to the latest episode. I've seen both series of the UK. I've seen the Canadian series. I've seen Christmas specials. You name it, I have watched Drag Race since the very beginning because I was a fan of RuPaul. So I watched from season 1, episode 1. And it's still one of my favourite shows. I enjoy talking about it every week, having a little debrief with my friends. So I needed something to represent RuPaul's Drag Race. The RuPaul figure is very hard to get and very expensive. And so I will hopefully one day get RuPaul to go alongside Jinx. And maybe a Trixie Mattel, because Trixie is another fave of mine. But for now, it's Miss Jinx. Just Miss Jinx alone. I know it's a bit of a cliche now to say you love Friends, but I watched it from season 1, episode 1, just like Drag Race, way, way back in the day, and really, really enjoyed it. This is Phoebe, my favourite character, in her Supergirl outfit. Don't get me started on the last series of Stranger Things. It was brilliant, and this iconic outfit, I can't believe that Steve had to wear this outfit the entire series. Brilliant, had to get it, and I like the fact that he has a little ice cream. He's all ready to work at his job, and Steve is a great character. There are a few others I would like to get, but I'm trying to keep to like one character per sort of iconic series or moment for me, because otherwise this is going to get way out of hand, and I don't have the room. I live with my parents and I have this one room, so you know it's getting to the point where I'm thinking about getting rid of the box frames and having like a giant shelf and a pyramid of them. But that's all for another day. Whew, we're losing the lights. There's just enough time for me to say, if you are enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, all those lovely things. And that's right, I've got something fancy going on now. Anyway, TV and film, Doctor Who. We have Missy and the 10th Doctor. I love the 10th, 11th, 12th Doctors. Matt Smith is probably my favourite, though it was David Tennant's Doctor that got me into it. I haven't really watched the 13th Doctor. I think eventually I'll just watch them all, like binge watch them in one hit. But I love Missy and the Doctor. Right, I'm all sort of in a muddle now because I'm very conscious of the fact that I'm taking up your time, and I've got so many more to get through. So, classic Gremlins. Gotta love little Gizmo. Love him. Sarah Connor from Terminator. Miranda Priestley from The Devil Wears Prada. Classic character, brilliant film. If you haven't seen it, watch it. 2 Tim Burton films now. Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands. Look how cute Beetlejuice is, even though he's so disgusted in the film. And then there's Edward Scissorhands, which is very nostalgic for me because it was the first film I went to see on my own with my little friends. We got dropped off, saw the film, and then we got picked up again, and I felt so grown up. And finally, for a TV and film, I have James Bond. I think it's Roger Moore. I'm sure it's Roger Moore for The Spy Who Loved Me. He's got a little beauty spot there. I wouldn't mind a Sean Connery, but or a Pierce Brosnan, or a Craig. I say Craig like I know him. Best friends with me and Craig. What is his name? Craig. I just say Craig David. Daniel Craig. Oh God, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Time for some music icons. And first, we have one of my faves of all time, Amy Winehouse. This was one of my holy grails, and I got it from my friend Adam and from my friend Dave for my 40th birthday in November. So I had two. I loved Amy Winehouse. I remember seeing the documentary and being absolutely heartbroken, but I remember buying her album Frank when it came out, and then Back to Black when that came out, and just absolutely loving her. So this is really special to me. It is one of my favourite pops, and I just love Winehouse. Jailhouse Rock Elvis. I grew up listening to him. My dad is a big fan, so was my uncle, and I think my uncle even went to Graceland. This reminds me of a school musical that I did. I did a musical that was called Schoolhouse Rock, like a take on it, and I remember Jailhouse Rock being in it and everybody doing like the moves and stuff, so that's just a lovely memory, just takes me back. And obviously I grew up with all the songs. Disney Funko Pop time, and you may be wondering, how many Mickeys does one person need? All the Mickeys. He's my favourite character, and here is Vampire Mickey. Here is Sorcerer Mickey from Fantasia. I love meeting Sorcerer Mickey in Disney World. And then very, very, very special Mickey. He's a standard Mickey, but he has been bedazzled with crystals. It took 3 to 4 days to do. The lovely Farley. If you're watching, thank you, Farley. This was a little gift from her to me. Just a special little thing that she did. And she wasn't expecting a shout out or anything like that. She just wanted to send me it. And she does actually do customs for people. I'll put her link below. But thank you, Farley. This is probably in my favourite 2 Funko Pops, if not my most favourite one now. You don't really get the... Do you know what? I'm going to get this one out. Get close up. Close up. Don't be blurry. It's obsessed with my face. Stop looking at my face. Can you see? He is beautiful. I have a Primark exclusive Jack Skellington that glows in the dark. Belle and Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Genie from Aladdin. Yzma from Emperor's New Groove as a cat. And Maleficent with green flames. I mean, I couldn't not have the child, Baby Yoda, Grogu. Whatever you want to call him, I love him. And this is my favourite version. This is my favourite pop of him. With his little cup, sipping the tea, watching it all go down. And then my favourite Star Wars character, which is Darth Vader. He's often quite hard to see in the box with his lightsaber and stuff, so I hope you can see that. But he is one of my favourite characters. I've been trying to get just a decent Darth Vader, and I love the fact that he's #1 as well, because he's my #1 in the Star Wars universe. The sun's going down, we're on the final stretch, and the last little collection is Marvel and DC superheroes. So, what better way to start than with one of the creators of Marvel's entire universe, Stanley. What an amazing pop, and what an incredible person, what a great talent. Sitting next to Stanley, there's Spider-Man, and where there's Spider-Man, there's Venom. I'm a huge fan of all things X-Men, but I specifically like the X-Men cartoon back in the day. You know it. If you know it, you know it. And my favourite character is Magneto. And now for something very special. These are one of my pride and joys in my collection. These are the Marvel Blacklight characters, and these look incredible. I love the boxes. I like the way the characters glow. And I have a skylight that lights up my room like a galaxy, and it lights them up even more. So that's really, really cool. So let me take you through them really quickly. Captain America, Iron Man, my favourite Avenger, Thor, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and Carnage. And finally, a selection of my favourite DC characters, including Michael Keaton's Batman. This is a very, very special Batman. It's 80 years of Batman, but this is the Batman in this outfit that I grew up with. My great uncle was in the first film, the Tim Burton Michael Keaton film. He was one of Joker's henchmen. He's carrying a boombox when they're going into the gallery, messing up paintings and stuff. yeah, that was very impressive to me as a kid. He's my mum's uncle, so he's my great uncle. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. It brings back so many memories, as does the second Tim Burton film, Catwoman in Batman Returns. One of my favourite villains of all time. Michelle Pfeiffer's performance was incredible, and it reminds me of a time when I had a microphone that had the lead had broken off or something, and I would use it as a whip, like sort of like pretending to be her. And I remember once I whipped my brother and it like slashed his face. It didn't bleed or anything, but let's just say he wasn't amused, my mum wasn't amused, and my Catwoman days were over. Before the sun finally sets, the last two pops I'm going to show you are very, very special. They are a Wonder Woman and Superman that are in aid of breast cancer. These are so, so cute. I have a very, very special connection to Superman. I grew up loving him. Again, my great uncle was a stuntman on, I think, Superman 2 and 3, or a couple of them, or one of them. It was definitely Superman 2. And Christopher Reeve is my Superman, and he just reminds me of Christopher Reeve. But I love Henry Cavill as well. Henry Cavill is like my Superman now. I just think Henry Cavill is absolutely killing it. But yeah, love these two. We got there in the end. Thanks for sticking with me. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will now have to clear up all these Funko Pops everywhere. I'll put a little clip in now. It's going to be a mission. That's all I have to say, a little mission. But thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will speak to you soon. Mwah.